Hello everyone and welcome to Go Watch a Movie. I'm
Hey,
Watchbot.
bud, what are you doing there?
What? Why are you stopping me?
We do the intro. You're here for the movies. You just all you got to do is tell us about the movie and what it does. That's what you're made for. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Go Watch a Movie, episode 86. I'm Kelvin,
and I'm Robert.
Today we are covering Brightburn, the movie produced by James Gunn, written by one of his brothers. And I'm excited to get that, actually. But before we do, let's get into a little bit of entertainment news. So, first off, I want to get to Godzilla versus King Kong. The writer has come out and given a little, actually kind of a big hint. He could go a different way, but he has said the fight obviously seems a little one-sided, and he's been getting a lot of questions. And he's comparing the fight to Rocky versus Ivan Drago. So, yeah, that's kind of a,
Okay.
Yeah.
That implies that the underdog is going to win now.
Right. That's what I was saying. That's kind of a big hint because Rocky was the big time underdog there. Mm-hmm. But he also reconfirmed that Kong was a baby in Skull Island, so he still has some growing to do. But that's a lot of growing he's got to do.
That's still a big baby.
Yeah. You excited for Kong versus Godzilla?
I am probably more excited for that than I am King of Monsters.
Yeah. We'll see. Jessica Jones.
There she is.
Jessica Jones got her premiere date. And wow, just had that pulled up and things went crazy. For her final season, Jessica Jones will be premiering Friday, June 14th on Netflix. Nice little trailer came with it. I am not the most excited about it.
Right.
I wasn't the biggest fan of the last season. Mm-hmm. Those Marvel shows kind of inched out with the exception of Daredevil.
Yeah.
Even that second Punisher season wasn't the most impressive. You looking forward to it or no?
I mean, I might watch it, but I got to be pretty bored.
I kind of want to see how they do her best friend who becomes the cat lady.
Yeah, that will be cool. I doubt she's going to have that costume though, bright yellow costume.
Yeah, for sure. No.
I don't think they're going to do that one.
Lastly, we're going to go ahead. John Hamm, who's going to be entering the danger zone in Top Gun Maverick, the sequel to the 1984 movie Top Gun, starring Tom Cruise, came out and said they're going to be using some technology that is never before seen. They're shooting the movie in, and quoting him, I think 6K. It's incredibly high def. The aerial footage is mind blowing and mostly practical. There's not a lot of CG, and those guys are really up there in the planes getting to multiple Gs. I don't know, man. I wasn't like, I respect the movie and I know it has a massive following, but I mean, I don't want to get crucified here, but I'm not the biggest Top Gun fan.
Yeah, I felt like it was more like just another Tom Cruise movie that was basically a romance. It just happened to use the gimmick of, flying around in planes. It's something for the guys when they, took their dates to a movie. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not really a huge fan of it either.
Apparently, it's insanely popular.
Yeah, people dig it.
And John Hamm is the perfect person.
Yeah, so. It's got good. I mean, it's got good music in it, and it's got that whole romance thing that Tom Cruise always used to do back in the day. So, I feel like that's more of a draw than the plane stuff. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm just not into planes. People are like, it's not a plane, it's a jet. And then I'm saying I'm not into jets.
Either one.
Spaceships, though. That's
my
jam.
Yeah. I'll have to do that. But yeah, that'll bring us to trailers. You want first or me, sir?
Oh, go ahead.
I'm going to go with 47. What is it? 47 degrees down. New 47 meters down, uncaged. Sorry. New shark movie. I love my big shark movies. Jaws is one of my favorites of all time, but it has that normal premise. Basically, people go where they shouldn't go, and they're in a shark cage, but they're surrounded by a giant great white shark. But it has like a nice ominous feel to it. It looks a little bit more horrifying than Jaws did. No offense to Jaws, because like I said, it's one of my favorite films. But yeah, I'm super excited for that one. You, sir?
All right, so mine is called Dead Sight.
Uh-oh.
And I know it's another zombie movie. People are kind of probably like bored of zombie movies now because they just keep turning them out. But this one actually has sort of kind of a cool idea with it. It's basically the guy wakes up, kind of like in 27 days?
28 days later?
28 days, yeah.
Yeah.
The guy wakes up and he's in like the back of an ambulance and he's blind.
Oh shit.
So, I mean, just imagine that. Just from the start, it's a blind guy waking up and there's like a zombie apocalypse going on around him. And he's got, that's what kind of drives me into it, is that I don't think they've tackled that one yet that I remember. It's kind of Book of Eli-ish in a way, but
yeah, but still, that's a twist.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's the only reason why I think it looks interesting. I mean, it's a cool idea. The movie itself looks like your standard zombie movie, but
fast zombies are slow.
Fast.
So
I'm hoping that that little extra something brings a new element to the genre.
Yeah, that should. I mean, hot damn. How do you even begin to survive?
You need a lot of help. A lot of help.
Okay. And what's that called again?
Dead Sight.
Dead Sight. All right. That will bring us to Brightburn. And Watchbot, just want to reiterate, this is where you shine. The other stuff, me and Robert got it covered. Don't need you.
What? You seem like you want me to cry or something.
No, I don't want you to cry or something. Way to quote the movie. Ha ha ha. But yes, go ahead.
What if a child from another world crash landed on Earth, but instead of becoming a hero to mankind, he proved to be something far more sinister? With Brightburn, the visionary filmmaker of Guardians of the Galaxy and Slither presents a startling, subversive take on a radical new genre, superhero horror. It was directed by David Yarovesky and produced by James Gunn, Kenneth Wang. It stars Elizabeth Banks, David Denman and Jackson A. Dunn.
Thank you, Watchbots. Very well said. Brightburn, ladies and gentlemen, hot diggity dog. I got to tell you, I was super, super excited going into this. I had very high expectations. I even had created some details of it for it in my head, hoping that they, tackled them. Did not leave disappointed, but still was not fully fulfilled. Okay. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah. Good way of
they keep saying a superhero horror film.
Yeah, it's like a new genre, superhero horror.
But wouldn't it be a super villain horror?
Yeah, well, good point. Well, I think they just mean superhero in the sense like superhero movie.
Yeah, the genre.
Yeah.
What do you think of this one, sir?
I went into it very much the same way you did. Super excited, stoked. Saw the trailer, loved it. Trailer's amazing. However, I think this movie suffers from what a lot of movies suffer from when the trailer shows everything in the movie. And then when you plus on top of that, you're already going into the movie knowing a whole lot about Superman. So when you go into the movie knowing everything basically about Superman, you already saw the trailer, you pretty much already saw the movie. I felt like I already watched this movie. I felt like this was my third watch on it. You know what I mean? Like you go when you watch, you got a movie you really love. You watch it again. You watch it again. Maybe that third time isn't as good as the first.
But you understand everything.
Yeah, you still get like that was still a good movie, but you're like, man, this is my third watch. It's like the suspense wasn't there anymore. There's no more shocks because you've already seen it. So it's still a good sit through. But man, I've seen this 3 times. That's what I felt like. I felt like I saw this movie 3 times already before, or this was my third watch when I went to the theater. So I gotta say, it suffers from the trailer showing too much, and everybody pretty much already knows the Superman story. So that's like a double whammy.
Yeah, and I think I definitely had that feeling. But I think what helped me a little bit were some of the characters. Love them or hate them, they all had their own charm, I guess is the way to go about it. They were no Ma and Pa Kent.
No,
that's for sure.
The mom tried to play a little bit too devoted to her son and perfect.
I hated her.
You hated her? Okay.
I'm not a fan of her. Like I can't imagine someone being that blind, knowing full well where he came from. Like I don't understand. Like how can you?
Yeah, she wanted that child so bad. She was willing just to. You're already accepting that an alien came to the planet, and you're just raising it as your kid. So,
but that should be in the forefront of your mind, though. Like an alien came to the planet, and it is now my kid, and now these unexplainable things are happening.
Sure.
Like okay, so example. First time she sees, and spoilers, everyone. But like Robert said, you seen the trailer, you kind of seen the movie. She sees him, quote unquote, sleepwalking, saying the trying to rip open the thing, and then she's like, man. He's just downstairs sleepwalking. It's okay. My big husband, who's concerned. Are you fucking kidding me? That is number one. And that was before Crushing Hand, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. But still, once the hand got crushed, you're like, okay. So we might have a problem here.
Yeah, kids get in trouble. Kids get in trouble though, so that's the way I like rationalize that whole thing.
Wait a second.
Kids get in trouble. Kids do stupid stuff. They get in trouble, and this kid happens to be super strong.
You have a child who's never bled.
Okay.
Never been hurt in his life, and then you see him do that sleepwalking thing. Hey, Dad. Sorry about that. It's just sleepwalking. These red lights and these voices in my head. Right. Next day, day or so goes by. He crushes every bone in another child's hand.
Stuff happens. What are you going to do? Kids are crazy.
You're like, so do you feel extra strong? Do you, like, what's going on with you? You got to start asking questions. You don't just say, he's my special little boy from the state.
I think you do. When you're a mom or a dad and you love your kid, it's unconditional. It's just, it doesn't matter.
Oh, geez. This world is doomed. But like, so the dad did admit, like, I didn't feel connected to you at first for like the first 2 years, but then you became my special little guy or whatever he said. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I couldn't just like no matter how bad I wanted a child, and clearly they can't have children, I cannot ever imagine myself being that blind to that fact. And little, whatever her name was, Cindy Lou Who, what was her name? The little girl's just fucking terrified within an inch of her life because he can't visit her at night because dad is the most horrible sex talk giver ever. Like, holy
that was a pretty awkward scene, but it was okay.
You go take what you want.
Yeah, I like how he's like, I can do it now, like right now. Like he's like, not now, but yeah, soon.
But yeah, so we're skipping ahead here. Clearly, like my theory here is they don't come out and say it, but like I think he was maybe one of many sent to random planets to take over.
Oh, they totally gave it away before that. At the very beginning of the movie, there's some foreshadowing where he's talking about the difference between bees and hornets. Yes, and he's like, some hornets even lay their eggs in, another species nest, make them raise them.
That ship activating basically awoken whatever. Yep. Whatever was in there, and like that's where like I think it separates from Superman because Superman never had that. Superman had his ship called him, but it was just, hey, this is your home, this is but him, it was just, you have now been awoken, like a rogue agent basically activated to destroy everything.
Yep, and at that point I think he was probably fairly a normal boy because they never really hinted any like behavioral issues, and then all of a sudden like his I don't know if it was his uncle or just his dad's friend dies, and then he's like, well, like you mentioned before, like I think you want me to cry or something.
What?
It's like,
you want me to cry or something?
He goes straight sociopath like out of nowhere. So
I mean, he realizes that's after the fact of realizing, hey, I have all this power and they don't. They have none. Like the whole lawnmower scene. Of course, after crushing the girl's hand, he's now done things. So, man, I gotta tell you, here's the biggest question here is, do you think Ma and Pa Kent could have saved him?
This particular one, no.
Like even no matter how good they are, he was gonna go this way.
I think so. No. I think so. Like pretty much. He kept the ones that he thought were loyal around until they proved themselves not to be loyal. But then other than that, yeah, he was just going to go on a rampage. And he was just going to keep escalating all of his little antics, which is all he did was annoy the world instead of like actually trying to take it over or something.
Still lost. He did give everyone a chance though. Like he's like, because even his aunt, right before he was going to kill her, well, he didn't give the diner lady a chance at all. Yeah. He played with his food and then destroyed it. But I guess like he was trying to figure out, even before he got his powers, he was trying to figure out human anatomy and stuff. Because he's like all those drawings and stuff of body parts underneath his porn.
Which is very like almost serial killer-esque.
Yeah.
Those behaviors. So that's why I'm saying he went straight sociopath.
I think that was already in him a little bit.
A little, I think so.
And then his dumbass mom, once again, is this what guys are into? Right. Like those are diagrams of bodies that Hannibal Lecter had on his shelf. And you really
they're way out in the middle of nowhere. They don't know what's going on. They're not. Yeah. And I don't know what year. And I don't know what year this was supposed to take place in. I don't think it was.
They all had like modern phones.
Did they?
So I'm just thinking they're just like in a rural town. And then the sister. You know what? I don't care if you're hot. You need to report how weird this little fucker is. Which she was gonna do, I guess.
She's like what, like the psychiatrist or counselor in a school.
Yeah.
So I feel like she's probably experienced a lot of weird stuff. That probably wasn't really the top, tier of weirdness.
I don't think that they would legally be able to let him go to his aunt.
Right. Like I said, small town. I mean, there's probably.
But after you crush a girl's hand and you like once again, like you said, sociopathic, show no remorse for it. It's like, I'm not just going to tell the sheriff. We're all going to get your family in here. We're going to, go get you help. Talk it out. Man. There were so many signs that these people could have helped this young boy. And I think it's the parents' fault. they're neglectful. That's not true at all. Because his mom loved him. I'm just reaching now. But his dad tried to put a stop to it way early.
Good old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
With a bullet.
Take him out back home. That was a great scene.
Yeah.
He just grabs his head like, you son of a bitch.
like, oh, no, you didn't.
But I love that he had to put on his mask before he did these acts, which is another sign of a sociopath. They don't normally do things with their true face. They do something to cover it. And I like how his uncle's like, it's weird. It's not weird.
And that was kind of the opposite of Superman, because Superman basically wore a costume when he was, Clark. So, taking off the mask to become Superman. So it's kind of opposite. So it made sense.
Yep. Here's my thing. This is the biggest question I have out of this entire movie of amazing superpowered boy. How much do teachers make in that town?
He did have a pretty nice house.
We don't know what was amazing.
We don't know what old boy did.
That's true. I guess you don't know where her husband is.
And they were both working together, so they had a pretty nice place. Both of them did, I think. Both families.
The main family was like a plantation of some kind.
They were on a farm. It was a farm. It was normal.
It was.
My question, the one thing that they didn't do Superman-wise was he didn't have X-ray vision, I don't believe. Because when he was looking for the mom in the house and she was hiding underneath the bed, he flew right by the bed and didn't see her, unless maybe that power just didn't develop until later. But he seemed to have everything he was going to have. So, and he heard her a sound, so then he comes rushing back into the room. So I don't think he had X-ray vision, so it wasn't a straight-up, complete, Superman still. There were some slight differences.
Yeah, I don't know if they were going for just straight up. Well, kind of, I guess. I was going to say, I don't know if they were going for straight up evil Superman.
I think the laser beam eyes were a little more powerful than what Superman.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What he did to his dad? Holy cow, man. I was hoping they went more psychological with it. And I don't know. I guess they tried to. They skimmed it.
I don't know. I was hoping for a surprise. I needed something more than just flat out went for it but didn't like try to surprise us or scare us or anything. I think it was just a flat out.
You didn't even think he was going to spare his mom?
No.
Never for a second into your mind?
Nope. I knew she was dead from the start.
Same here.
I was like, there's no way. I feel like there was just they needed to do something like that.
Do you think if she wouldn't have tried to kill him, he would have changed?
I don't think he would have changed. I think he just would have spared her.
Okay. Like maybe hid it around her or something.
Yeah, he just wouldn't. He would have she just would have been like that thing that he keeps around. Do you know what I mean? Not like a pet or anything, but just like
that's my house, mother. Ignore her.
Mom, yeah.
He brings me cookies when I want them.
Yeah, because he's not gonna want to just come home after destroying the world and just sit and watch TV or something. He's gonna want his mom there to bake him some cookies. You know.
Exactly. House mother, bring me cookies.
So,
did you like this little symbol?
I guess, that was decent. I didn't hate it. At first, I didn't get what he was when he was drawing. I thought he was just drawing some random alien symbol. And then when they finally gave it away, I thought it was his initials. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I see that.
I wish he would have done it on his little costume that got progressively more finished throughout the movie. I wish he would have made it in blood or something on his chest or something like that. I thought that was cool. He started
to get a little more sneaky and intelligent. I don't want to skip away to the total end of the movie where he does something to hide the fact that his family dies, but I feel like leaving your mark everywhere was a mistake. Obviously,
dude, that's the mark of a psychopath, a serial killer.
Yeah, that is true, but I just feel like it's an overly a super intelligent one wouldn't leave any clues. He would just do stuff.
That's true. Yeah. And he seems like he wasn't a dummy. He wasn't a dumb. I mean, he was 12, so his intelligence only goes so far. But
and they showed in the classroom that he was super smart because he was drawing pictures, and then all of a sudden he was able to tell everybody about these bees and hornets.
And let's get on this subject. He's a much better artist than his mom. What was she doing? Holy shit, her art was bad.
She liked cows. She was drawing some cows. And
It's like a cow splashed with paint. And it's like a 12-year-old.
She was experimenting. Let her do her
like she had him draw the cow, and then she just spilled paint all over it. Ooh, art.
You're not an art lover, I take.
That's not my style, I guess. But then she went through his little kill book, and his art was fantastic. Like it was very dark and psycho, but it was very good compared to her cow with paint splashed on it. Oh. I was kind of sad when the uncle died, and it was because he just wanted to go home to his wife after having a couple drinks,
right?
And he died the most brutal. I
wasn't crazy. Yeah, I wasn't crazy about that scene. I didn't like it whatsoever. Like I liked part of it, the gore part. I liked because that was kind of shocking to see the jaw, but I was like, other than that, it was like, you knew it was going to happen. And then what I didn't like about it was like the setup. Like he's going to kill like his aunt or whatever she is, like basically, so she doesn't tell the sheriff anything about him. And then like he doesn't have time to do it, but he's super quick, so he could have.
He kept playing with his food.
Yeah, so instead he decides to hide on the ceiling or whatever it was, wherever he was, and then like fly into the closet and just stand there. I'm just like, you could have done something else. As quick as you are, and nobody could basically see you. You could get out of there if you wanted to, but instead he could have
just snapped both their necks right then and there.
Yeah, but instead he decided to just stand in the closet and then just get like, tried to be taken home. It was weird. Like I don't know.
I guess once again he hadn't come into his evil own, because because even her, while he was just flying around stalking her, playing with the lights, he came to the door first and made clear, you are going to tell me, right? Right. But then, like you said, at that point, he could have just flew in there and killed her like that.
Yeah, and there's just the second part that I didn't like about that. Okay, after that, he drags him outside like he's going to take him home, realizes he's like, this thing that he needs to run away from. He leaves his wife in there. He just leaves his wife and drives off to save himself.
I said it in her mouth. What?
I couldn't believe he did. I'm like, what is he doing? Why didn't he go inside and try to save his wife or something? But he didn't. He just like left her. She's sleeping. I don't want to wake her. I'll just.
Yeah, and that's like, yeah. And at that point, like he could have flew in there and killed her. And even then, the uncle, he gave him a chance. You're gonna tell my parents? Because I wouldn't do it. He's like,
even after all that, he doesn't go back and take care of the aunt. So the parents were still going to find out. Like, he didn't clean up his messes. He's supposed to be, I don't know. I thought that was just, I didn't like that part. It was so sloppily done. But maybe, I don't know.
It was really
just me.
I agree. It didn't really connect with the way he was doing things. I did love the basically kind of reverse I'm already in the house thing, where he talks to his mom on the phone after killing dear old daddy. And she's like, where are you? I'm home. But then once again, he just plays with her before actually, I don't know.
I did like that. I did like that part though when he calls, because she just blurts out, like, you're right. He is, he did do something. He did kill, and he's like listening. So that was pretty cool. But still, I mean, what's going to happen. There's no surprise or anything like that. What did you think about him pulling a Twilight on that girl, just like being in her room?
Added to his creepiness, if anything. He orphaned because
right. I assume there wasn't a dad. I don't know I don't remember. Was there a dad in the classroom in the principal office or whatever?
No, it was just her. And
just her. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So I think that girl, little one, was orphaned, which she did. She was at home afterwards, so maybe there was someone else there. I'm not sure. Either way, you think he went back for her?
Eventually. I mean, he's like, you're the only one that knows about me or something. So I think by the end of the movie, she's the only one alive that knows about who he is.
Yeah, because I mean, and I blame that completely on his dad. that sex talk, like we said, it was. Hey,
he didn't do anything weird with her though.
No,
he just went into the room and tried to leave her some flowers or something and play a song.
Play her some nice music, yeah.
Yeah, so, and then just stand creepily behind the curtains. But other than that, he didn't try to do anything weird. He wasn't like yanking it or something.
No,
he was just standing there. But then I guess he is super fast. But then, like, he goes, then when they go back to school and they're playing that trust game, and she's like, ew, I don't want to touch him. He's a pervert. And there is no signs of perversion whatsoever. She just blurted that out. Now everybody at school is going to think he's a pervert, even though he didn't do anything perverted yet.
And that's why he crushed her hand?
Yeah. So maybe, see?
Did you say she had it coming? Oh my God, Robert! Hashtag me too. Come on.
You can't go around accusing people of being something that they're not just because you don't like them. It's because they're weird and creepy and stab me.
I have to say, I think you would be a little upset if I stood outside your room.
Yes, I definitely would. But isn't it weird how it's this strange reversal? Like, I understand it. Yes, it's creepy. Yes. But like the whole Twilight phenomenon, I was like, ooh, this superpowered being comes into my room
and watches me.
They just like to watch me sleep. That's hot.
Yeah.
Like, what? Are you sure? Because this little guy.
But an evil Superman does it. Oh, and he's a pervert all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
It's weird.
He didn't sparkle. That was his problem.
That was the problem. Glitter.
We missing anything big?
Just the plane.
Yeah, the plane. I gotta tell you, it was a beautiful scene. Once he got her up into over the clouds, I really loved that. She looked at him and she's like, still thinking that maybe, just maybe, he threw a little tantrum and was gonna take her back down, but nope, she falls.
It's very, very symbolic.
Yeah,
artistically done, like, I'm letting go of you, basically, in my past life.
Yep, and becomes the little shit that he's supposed to become.
Yeah, and then he sees that plane. He's like, you know what? This is a good thing here. Let me use this to explain why my parents are dead. My mom looks like she fell from a really, really,
what's left of her.
Tall high, yeah.
Yeah. Did you watch the little Michael Rooker thing after?
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of screamed his, relationship with Marvel a little bit, even though this is like kind of a dark DC thing.
Yeah.
But it made it.
Well, I felt like
it made it. Yeah, I felt like it made it kind of like hokey.
They basically did Justice League or Batman v Superman.
And I like how they connected that and introduced like even the possibility of like more coming movies with
That's
these.
What I'm saying, because remember at the end of Batman v Superman, like they send the emails out and show everyone symbols. So maybe we'll get a Dark Justice League.
Yeah, it's definitely possible. But I don't know. I just felt like that guy's.
We're like, oh, he dropped it off his building. Oh, he made a crop circle of his symbol.
I know he was just learning because he was still a kid. He was learning just to be annoying until he gets to the big stuff where he starts, just attacking armies and taking over the planet. Right now, he's just kind of just annoying people. Well, yeah, he's killing folks, but he's just basically annoying humanity as opposed to trying to conquer them.
Yeah. Well, Brightburn, sir, go watch or not.
Sorry, I gotta say no.
Oh,
just because, like I said, I feel like if you've seen the trailer, if you haven't seen the trailer and you don't know a lot about Superman, you might be surprised by this movie. But if you already seen the trailer and you already know a little bit about Superman, the movie is probably going to be boring for you, like it was for me.
Oh man, just flat out boring.
Yeah, kind of. I wasn't thrilled.
You didn't like the mixture of horror?
I guess I hyped it up too much in my head. I guess it was going to be just epic, dark, psychological, crazy, suspenseful thing, and it just came out as just a straight up, blah.
Yeah, I for sure thought they were going to go more psychological than they did, than just a kind of an awakening from a ship. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I like wasn't over the hill. Like I said, there was a lot that I enjoyed. There was some disappointment. I didn't walk out saying, "Man, I'm gonna run back in there and see that again."
Right. Like I doubt I'm gonna buy that. I mean, I usually buy a lot of stuff. Like I like having a hard copy of things, and I doubt that I'll pick this one up because I just felt like I already saw it.
Yes.
So I'm just feeling like, well, I've seen it already. I feel like I've seen it a couple times, so why see it again?
Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 57% tomato meter, audience score 69.
That's
so it's not doing the hottest.
That's not bad though.
The audience, like, I guess
either one. It's not like a 1% or something. Like it's just crap. But
I've seen a lot more worse because right now The Hustle is sitting at 15% tomato meter.
Some movies that I just love are like super low on there, so I get it.
It's actually tied with Aladdin tomato meter. 57%. But it's hard because of my love for James Gunn.
I know you don't. I mean, that's one of my things. Like I enjoy most of his work, so I don't want to be like.
And technically, he only produced this. He didn't direct or write.
Plus, it's right up my alley. It's the right kind of genre. It's got superhero stuff in it. It's got horror stuff in it, which I love. But it just, I think I hyped it up too much in my head. I thought it was going to be better than what it was going to be. And the trailer makes it look awesome. But I don't think they did. I think they could have gone deeper.
Yes.
I mean, I wanted to see a scene where he's like running through the school, knocking lockers over, chasing that girl because she rejected him, and they're like, "You can't have everything you want." And he's like, "Yes, I can." His eyes glows red, and he does something crazy. I wanted more.
And he didn't even deal with the bully.
Mm-hmm.
Like the big bully who I thought for sure would be someone he went after, but nope. Jeez.
I just expected to see more. And it was short too. It was like an hour and a half. I felt like they could have really delve into.
And that's what I think that horror tag hurt them a little bit because horror movies are generally pretty short. Mm-hmm. So I'm assuming they were trying to stick in the confines of that because I think they truly wanted this to be frightening. But. Yeah.
The most frightening scene I thought was what they showed in the trailer when he cuts the door in half and then jumps into the lady.
That whole scene was very tense.
I mean, it was cool, but man, you already knew it.
Yeah, sadly we saw that they released that thing fully.
Yeah, they shouldn't have done that. I mean, I think the movie would have did a lot better if it didn't give away everything in the trailer.
I think, trailers are hurting like, and it sucks too because I'm in the business, but it's like I don't, they put out a teaser that used to be 30 seconds. Now they're like 2 minutes. Then they put out a first trailer, second trailer, third trailer, final trailer. And then in between all that, featurettes, of the cast explaining this scene. And it's like, God damn it. I know you want to keep people entranced, but it used to be a 30-second teaser, 2-minute trailer, and some posters, and then we go into the movie.
Right. Well, they need to start drawing us back in because I think they're giving us too much, and sometimes they'll even create scenes for a trailer that aren't even in the movie, which is weird sometimes.
Like
but I get
Avengers folks,
and I've complained about that before, but then at the same time, I'm like, well, at least I'm not seeing the whole movie already, so I guess I can't really fault it too much.
Yeah. I did like the Negan whistle. I kept thinking Negan was going to come around the corner and Lucille somebody.
Even that could have been used more, more creepily. But it just everything was foreshadowed. Even when the ship cut him, it's pretty obvious she's going to try to use the ship to hurt him.
Yeah, the moment that happened in front of his mom, I was like, oh, okay, that's how she's going to stop him, or try to stop him.
The only thing I didn't predict it was like the chicken thing, because I saw him looking at the chicken. I'm like, yeah, he's probably gonna fuck those chickens up. But then, you don't really. I didn't see that coming. Like before I saw the movie. Yeah. You realize it after you see the chickens, but
which is another sociopathic trait, fucking with animals. I think Brendan was something's wrong with Brendan. Who used that tagline? Something's wrong with the kid. It was some other horror movie.
Yeah. So, I know exactly what you're talking about. I can't remember the.
But yeah, that's Brightburn.
I know it's hard to say don't watch it because you don't want to. I know it was hard for me. Don't trust me, but I'm sorry. I gotta say don't watch.
Where you can find us at GoWatchAMovie.com, and I'll try and get all the trailers up there that we discussed today. The entertainment news that I talked about is already up there. The podcast is up there. Featurettes are on there. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I think that's everything. Yeah. So join us next time. I think next week will probably be Godzilla King of Monsters. Unless we go back for Aladdin. But I'm Kelvin.
And I'm Robert.
Go watch a movie.